Alright, howdy everyone. Frankie here, New West Reset. Hello. How's it going? Welcome back and thank you very much for shooting in and joining a fella here. Another boots on the ground for you. We're downtown here today, downtown Calgary, right on the corner of 1st Street, Southwest, and Stephen Avenue, otherwise known as 8th Avenue Southwest and 1st Street. We're looking at the old Hudson's Bay building. So stick around, be right back.
About a heaven in Alberta, where they've got all hell for a basement.
But it's not really the old Hudson's Bay. The old one is an old log cabin trading post. That was the original one. And then they built Fort Calgary next to it. Then there was a sandstone building further down 8th Avenue that we've looked at in the past. And then this was the newest one. I believe this was, they tell us was built late teens, early 20s. We'll have a closer look at it. But unfortunately, the bay is now done. It's gone bankrupt. After over 400 years of being in business and starting off as a fur trading company and opening up Canada, basically, it's now defunct and gone. But this is a glorious building. Steel and brick construction with glazed terracotta tile facade. We're gonna have a closer look at it because there's an incredible amount of detail on this thing. Absolutely exquisite. So as mentioned, I'm right on 8th Avenue and 1st Street Southwest, right downtown. It's gonna be a lot of noise. It's quitting time. You know, the worst time to be downtown. Quitting time, rush hour here. It's about 4:30. Today's Tuesday, June the 3rd. Not a bad day today. It's about 16, 17 degrees Celsius, give or take. It just rained about half an hour ago. The sun's out now. Yeah, 17 degrees-ish. That's roughly, what is that, mid-60s Fahrenheit. Not bad. Not bad. So anyway, the Hudson's Bay Company. This is one of the most beautiful buildings in the city here. Absolutely outstanding. And as mentioned, terracotta tile all over this thing. And I'm going to zoom in on some of the detail here. And then we'll run across the street and I'll have a closer look because there's granite, there's marble, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on with this thing. Let's start you off here with a nice zoom in on some of this detail. Look at that. There is not one bit of this thing that doesn't have some kind of amazing detail on it. Look at that. Just unbelievable. They've packed up shop and moved out of here already. It's kind of a shame, you know. The bay has had some shady history, but even with that said, you know, it's a Canadian institution and it's kind of a shame that they're now gone. . 'Cause 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 ' Look at that all along the roof line there, that fancy dental molding. It's just incredible what they were able to do with this building. Alright, so as soon as I get the light here, I am going to cross the street. Take a look at those amazing arches and those, I think they're granite pillars there. But let's get a nice wide shot here of some of the detail. Yeah, amazing. All right, I'm gonna pause it here. I've got the light, so I'm gonna whip across and get a closer look at some of this stuff. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, you'll have to excuse the terrible music playing in the background. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's god awful. Anyway, look at these capitals on these pillars or columns. Supposedly that's all glazed terracotta tile. Incredible. Some very fancy fascies, it looks like, almost right there. With a blank cartouche, of course. Just all of this little detail right under here. I believe 1670 is the official date. It's when they were incorporated and they received their charter. Is there, Hudson's Bay Company Incorporated, 1670. Amazing. All this granite on the base here. Beautiful terracotta tile. And all of these columns. Absolutely beautiful. And you know what? They didn't spare any detail even with the brass window framings that surround all these windows. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Every window has these details, if you can believe that. And up underneath, you can see the archway and everything. With all of the pillars, it goes all the way down here, and then up in the ceiling, like all of this fine detail under here as well. You know, with the little rosettes. Again, all that dental molding and everything, just incredible. See up here, the brass windows. It's absolutely amazing, man. Sidewalk here, you know, checkerboard pattern granite tiles. I mean, come on, man. grass in between the tiles too. You know, like just the attention to detail. Unbelievable. Seems solid to me. Fascies everywhere, fleur-de-lis, rosettes. Yeah, what a shame. Glorious old building. We'll walk down to the next avenue, which is 7th Avenue, where the train runs. Give you a look at the north-facing side of the building. The side that we're walking down right now is the east-facing side. See inside here, there's nothing. Empty fixtures, and the lights are on, and that's it. That is it. They've even sold the fixtures. Wow. You know what? There's a parking garage, a multi-story parking garage across the street. I'm going to see if I can just walk up in there, because it's quite high up. And I might be able to get a really nice perspective on some of the details from higher up in the building here. Let me pause it just another moment here and see if see what I can do. Wait, before I do that, I'm getting all distracted here. I'm just noticing more and more stuff. Look at that. Sort of a pinwheel design with the rosette inside it. Yeah, what a shame. Beautiful building, but it's a shame it's closed up shop. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. All right, I lied. One more shot before I go to the parking garage and see if I can get on the top floor of it. Just want to give you one more shot of all the detail on this thing. And it was actually in the past much more detailed. You see on the corner here where they've got this thing with the flag on it. Those were all along the top of the building, and they were gargoyles and statues and all that, and that's all been removed over the years. A little bit here, a little bit there, as they slowly dumbed down the building. But I mean, there's only so much they could do. They, short of removing all of that terracotta facade on it. All right, this time I mean it. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. There's the train going by down there. Nice. Up on the 7th floor of this outdoor parking garage. I think this is gonna let me zoom in real nice here. What a beauty. Start at this end here. Do a little bit of a slow pan for you. Level of detail is quite amazing. Alright, I'm going to run back down to street level, whip around to the south side of the building where the sun's hitting it just right, and wrap this thing up. Alright, we are back on 8th Avenue, Stephen Avenue, Southwest. So as mentioned, this is the south-facing side of the building, right on 8th Avenue, right on Stephen Avenue. So that, the arched walkway that we just came under, I mean, that continues along this street face as well. And they've got a restaurant in here now, so it's all closed off. It's technically it used to be the sidewalk, but I guess it's not anymore. I don't know. But one of the biggest buildings in Calgary when it was built, so they say, takes up basically half a city block. Goes from here on 8th Avenue down to, as you just saw, 7th Avenue, from 1st Street behind us to, halfway to 2nd Street Southwest. So a massive building, and again, just absolutely beautiful. So there you go. I think that is going to seal the deal here today for Frankie. New West Reset, and probably one of our last looks at this glorious old world Hudson's Bay building downtown. So as per usual, let me know what you think down below there. Of course, do all the other things here to help a fella out. Until the next one, take care out there and have yourselves a good one. All right? Cheers.